So many video games come out, it's ridiculous.
Review the hottest video games.
I wonder what it's like being a cisgendered heterosexual.
40 years ago, we had Pong. Like 2 rectangles and a dot.
Review video games!
Share lucky again.
Welcome to an extra bitey episode of Click Critics. Beware, we are going to sink our teeth into a juicy, hot new game called Vampyr.
Yep.
We have a lot to say about this game, but first,
So who died this month?
as I said, we're not doing the In Memoriam segment anymore. You didn't like it, so...
So no matchwork montage?
Well, if we were going to do people who have been dead for several decades, I would go for Bela Lugosi. Look, we're not doing it anymore. I took your suggestion, and
Good decision.
thank you.
For once.
I would like to tell everybody who ordered cables at Cable Hound. I've spoken to them, and they've told me that they are having trouble with their host of their website. And so the shipping...
You mean their shitty free host?
They're having problems with
Yeah,
their
that's-
host. That's what they told me. That's all I have. I can only go by what they said in the email. Although they assured me that once everything's up and running again, which would be by the end of the month, that's what they said, they'll get to shipping all the orders immediately. So I'm asking all of you who have ordered cables at Cable Hounds to be patient. And that would include your order, so I guess you'll be getting your cables after all. Good news.
I don't know, man. Something about this story just doesn't sound right. I'd cut ties with them before everything goes haywire.
Time for us to do what we do best. Review video games! Vampyr is an action role-playing video game developed by Dontnod Entertainment. The game's lead developer is Nicholas Simon. The plot relates how Jonathan Reed, a doctor who has turned into a vampire, comes to terms with his undead condition as he is torn between the Hippocratic oath and his newfound bloodthirsty nature. Although some boss battles are mandatory, most combat can be avoided, and the player is under no obligation to kill to finish the game.
Whoa. Next thing you're going to tell me this game uses the Unreal Engine.
Get this. It's actually using the...
No way.
It's built using the
I'm gonna freak out.
Unreal Engine.
Whoa. The Unreal Engine?
I'm not joking.
Oh. Oh!
I'd like to play a little clip. I'd like to show you a bit of the intro. Check it out.
New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand?
What is paper but shredded trees? What is cheese but curdled milk? What is a table but enslaved wood? I'm only kidding. The story's pretty good. You're this doctor that returns to London after the Second World War, and the city's ravaged by the Spanish flu. But you're a vampire.
So what did you think about the gameplay?
This is not a generic vampire killing game. Yes, you can explore a highly detailed version of London, and there's this whole sort of detective mystery investigation side to the game where you have to gather information about your victims and collect clues. But the strongest element of this game is the combat system. It's just so much fun slicing your way through enemies and ultimately drain their blood.
I like the depth of the story. Did you get to Pembroke Hospital yet? That part is intense.
Pembroke Hospital. Doesn't ring a bell. I don't think so. I just get so distracted by the hacking and slashing and biting people. It's so addictive. So I haven't progressed much story-wise. The game kind of forces you to do this whole investigation thing. It's it's a little annoying.
So what did you
So
think?
there you have it, folks. Vampyr. Out now. If you can look past its flaws that I've mentioned, it's a great game
To sink your teeth in.
sink your teeth in.
I'm rating it.
Hold on.
I'm rating it.
Hold on, me first. I'm rating it first.
I'm
Wait,
rating.
I'm rating it first.
I'm rating
No,
it.
well, my rating first. I'm rating it 3 drops of blood.
That was pretty much going to be my rating.
Viewers, we are going to announce the very first Weekly Click song contest. Artists, composers, we ask you to send in your original song. The theme is Why I Love Video Games. Let us hear your ode to your favorite video game. Why you love video games so much. So get started, all you video game loving musicians out there. Send your submission to criticssongcontest@gmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you.
Can I submit a song?
No.
Can I submit a song?
No. If you're one of the hosts of this show, can't compete.
Oh my god, the battery corroded. Holy sh...
What is music but disturbed silence?